It's one of the most controversial topics in American politics today.
To those members of Congress who question my authority to make our immigration system work better, or question the wisdom of me acting where Congress has failed, I have one answer. Pass a bill.
This is a serious breach of our Constitution. It's a serious threat to our system of government.
Tonight, immigration and job creation in America with Jessica Vaughan, leading expert and director of policy studies for the Center of Immigration Studies in Washington, D.C. That's next on Modo Live. So you testified earlier this week before Congress, and in your statement you said that immigration enforcement is in a state of complete collapse. How so?
Right now, illegal immigrants who are here living in the country stand less than a 1% chance of being deported from the country, of being identified, caught, and removed.
Less than 1%?
Less than 1%. And that's because the administration has said that unless you are convicted of a serious crime or a series of lesser crimes, you are simply not going to be a target for deportation. And the number of deportations has dropped almost 60% of people being sent home from the interior. Even though ICE, the main immigration enforcement agency, has more resources than ever before, better technology than ever before to identify illegal immigrants, and yet they're removing fewer of them, and even removing fewer who have been arrested for crimes.
Is there a way to say what percentage of the illegal immigrant population is criminal?
We can estimate it. We have much better information about criminal aliens now since the implementation of a program called Secure Communities. And that has made it possible for ICE to receive the fingerprints of every non-citizen who's arrested in the United States.
But how relevant are those numbers? Are we saying that the immigrant population is more likely to become criminal?
No, absolutely not. We do know now that there are about 1 million non-citizens who are arrested every year. Most of them are released and are still at large, and that's only 5 to 10% of the entire illegal population. So no, definitely not. Illegal immigrants and immigrants in general are no more or less likely to be involved in crime than Americans are. What we do know is that there are certain types of crime that are connected to illegal immigration. Drug trafficking, human trafficking, money laundering, kidnapping, identity theft, things like that. So if a community has those problems, gang membership, most of the growth in gangs has occurred because of the growth in immigrant gangs.
But DHS says that the numbers are going in the other direction.
Well, what they're referring to, they're saying that they are apprehending more people at the border now than in the last 3 years. That's a problem too, because that means more people are trying to come here illegally. And to just focus on apprehensions is a mistake, because they may be arresting more people, but as it turns out, they're also releasing more people into the country to stay who've tried to cross the border illegally. Border Patrol catches them, and instead of sending them back quickly, what they're saying is, you can stay here, we're going to give you an immigration court hearing that's going to last, the proceedings are going to last for 3 to 5 years, and in the meantime, you'll be able to live here with your family.
So the president is saying that the border is secure enough.
Right, because they're catching people.
Exactly. Now,
but they're releasing them, that's the problem.
But he's starting somewhere. Would it make sense, or is it realistic, to deport 12 million people overnight?
No, it's impossible. And I don't know of anybody who thinks we should even try to do that.
So why is the president wrong?
Because when you catch people and then release them into the country, that creates an incentive for more people to try to come and get here illegally, because they know that nothing's going to happen to them once they get here. The problem of 12 million people living here illegally did not happen overnight. It didn't even happen in just 3 years. It's built up over 10, 15 years of not enough enforcement. It's gotten particularly severe in the last few years, but the president did inherit some of this problem as well. The Bush administration didn't have the resources that the Obama administration
Was it the
enforcement, but they weren't so
resources or
interested
policies?
either. There were only about 2 to 3 years of the Bush administration where they were really trying hard to do a better job at enforcement. Really, after 9/11, and especially in the last few years of the Bush administration.